everybody, just before you speak? Just names and spellings of all of the names. It helps us.
Okay. My name is Daniel Bulford, D-A-N-I-E-L, B-U-L-F-O-R-D.
Thanks.
Vincent Gerses, last name G-I-R-C-Y-S.
My name is Eddie Stewart Cornell, last name spelled C-O-R-N-E-L-L.
Good afternoon. My name is Danny Bulford. I'm a former member of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. I was in the RCMP for approximately 15 years. I recently resigned. The last 8 years I was an observer on the emergency response team here in Ottawa, where the majority of my time was spent conducting protective operations in support of the protection of our Prime Minister and other VIPs. We want to clarify what the new emergency proclamation issued last night means. Under the order, Canadians continue to be allowed to come to Ottawa with their children if they choose to engage in peaceful, lawful protest. The order only restricts people from coming to Ottawa with intention to engage in violence, block critical infrastructure, or to disrupt trade. The Freedom Convoy and our supporters have always denounced violence. We only support peaceful protest. We are here in peaceful, lawful protest, seeking the restoration of our fundamental rights and freedoms. All Canadians should be surprised, no matter your political opinions, that the federal government has resorted to such an extreme and authoritarian measure like the Emergencies Act, and that the government wants to use force against a peaceful demonstration. We are peaceful demonstrators, engaging in lawful advocacy, protest, and dissent. The federal government emergency order clearly states that this protest is allowed to continue as long as the protesters are peaceful. The government is trying to order the police to use force against Canadian citizens who are peacefully demonstrating. As Canadians, we cannot allow this to happen. We call on our fellow Canadians to come to Ottawa to exercise their legal right of assembly and protest. The more Canadians that come to Ottawa will make it harder for the government to get the police to follow their illegal order.
I'm a former member of the Ontario Provincial Police, having served for 32 years of service. Following my service, I was issued a police exemplary service medal for that service. During the course of my investigation, I conducted over 5,000 different investigations and spent some time as a forensic investigator looking at evidence closely and submitting professional to be citizens of Canada. The right to peaceful protest is nation. If that principle is abandoned and it looks like the government is heading in that direction, the government will reveal itself as a true tyranny, and it will lose all of the fraction of remaining credibility it has left. We are concerned that the government will order the police to use violence against protesters. The greater number of Canadians having more Canadians here defending the Charter will prevent the police from carrying out the government orders. The convoy is conducting a lawful protest. We recognize there is a democratic process under which change occurs, and we have no intention of acting outside the realm of this democratic process. We continue to ask for nothing more than the restoration of our rights and freedoms with respect to mandate. We cannot thank for their help. We hope that they will continue to work with us as we continue to express ourselves peacefully, respectfully, and within the limits of the law. Observations as boots on the ground here for the last week and a half has been nothing but love, kindness, friendliness. I have never met so many Canadians that love one another, that feel so patriotic and kind towards one another. English, French, black, white, Jews, Muslims, Christians, people of all walks of life in love like I have never seen before. The state-sponsored media reporting seems to be an inversion of reality. We, the police, military, veterans, stand for freedoms and democracy, not for the agenda of the World Economic Forum.
My name is Eddie Cornell. I'm a 22-year veteran of the Canadian Forces in the combat arms trade. I'm speaking on behalf of veterans that have expressed grave concern for the direction our country seems to be going when you force your citizens to comply with orders that don't make sense. So we have lended our voice to the truckers movement and convoy with supporting the reducing of their mandates and removing them. So the veterans also took down the gates at the monument, which was something that was very offensive to veterans across the nation, to have a monument that our soldiers in the past and our war dead surrounded by a gate. Very offensive. So the veterans took it upon themselves to remove those barriers and protect that monument for a 24-hour period each and every day. What I saw in the media, once that story was put out, was that they tore down the gates and desecrated the monument. That is totally not true. I request that all of you please tell the truth. Don't shape a narrative. Tell the truth. That's all we ask. So the veterans have come forward and stepped up and came here to support people that are standing up for the freedoms that we all know as a Canadian. And we know what's right and we know what's wrong. So I'm calling on all veterans to come lend your voice to this movement so that the rest of Canada can see that this is wrong and they have our support. In closing, I'd just like to say, anyone that can get here, whether it's a car or on foot, please come. Your country needs you, and we need your support. And we need the hearts and minds of everyone in Canada to lend your voice, to speak up and stand up, and to tell people that you know and people that are in positions of trust and in your political arena that this is wrong. And we're not standing for that. They need to listen to what people have to say, and up to this point, no one has been listening. Thank you.
This is Sarah Neer from the New York Times. I have a question. In the event that the police do come and seek to arrest people, have you advised them to comply or to push back?
How do you feel about
Thank you guys for your service.
Is this an
God
appropriate
bless
place
you.
to have
We
children?
will get
Thank
the
you,
truth
gentlemen.
out.
Are you concerned about children being here, sir?
Are you worried about your police colleagues, Mr. Goldberg?
Oh, is it only that? It's finished?
Yeah, because the mainstream wants us to remove it.
You know, these veterans, they fought for us, they served our country, they served us. And today, it sounded like they were asking for everyone. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Mainstream media.
Of course you're good.
Yeah, I gotta file this first.
New York Times betrayed me too, so you guys hold a special place with me. Well, someone is. Either way, all of you guys have good faith.
What did you say? I said you're supposed to.
Is it the one that she asked the question?
Yeah.
No,
She didn't-
she's
someone
from Global. She asked a question,
Yeah.
but the New York Times let her respond. Did you get the invoice? For stealing my footage at the last press conference?
Who?
You with Global? Yes, you stole my footage on the live broadcast. Sorry?
Were you broadcasting it live?
I was broadcasting the first press conference live in
Are
Global
you one
News.
of the organizers?
No, I'm an independent journalist with the Counter Signal, and I've sent you guys an invoice for the broadcast that you stole on your live broadcast in late.
I'm sure we'll pay for it, sir.
Early. Okay, well, I look forward to it. My lawyers
You
have
guys
reached
are
out.
definitely
So
going to be paying for it. There's lots you're going to be paying for. You've damaged a lot of lives. I just want to look in those eyes.
Hi, excuse me, please move.
You can go around me, but there's not people around. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. You guys feel good, eh? Spreading lies and ruining lives? Spreading lies and ruining lives.
Hopefully it's decent. Yeah.
Again and again.
You got them, Kristen?
Again.
Again, they did it.
Keep your cameras on them, guys. Keep your cameras on them. Like, listen to the warning, guys. Read your warnings. For your paycheck.
Because your paycheck is worth ruining children's lives. You're ruining lives and families. You're ruining Canada. You are part of this problem. Blood money you're collecting. The money, your paycheck has blood on it. It's blood money.
Mainstream media have crushed again the press conference. That was Global News.